Okay, so the market is losing momentum and we see the main indices and stocks trading dangerously close to their inflection points. I'm not saying the market is down, it is bearish, because it clearly isn't, but we shouldn't rule out the possibility of a sharper correction ahead, and this is what we're gonna talk about in this video. Welcome to the Finance Hydra channel. My name is Nathan, professional trader. It is a pleasure to see you guys over here, and yes, SPY is trying to react right above its double support level made by the ascending 21 EMA, the exponential moving average, and the $524, the previous triple top level over here, which is acting as a support level right now for us, following the principle of polarity in technical analysis. Previous resistance levels are gonna act as future support levels and vice versa. Now, this reaction over here is good, all right? It is good. It is not great. It is not perfect or amazing, but it is a decent one. What's the problem? The problem is that we don't see any bottom signal confirmed right here, right now yet. Now you may say, but Nathan, last Friday, SPY made a fantastic hammer candlestick pattern, which is a bullish reversal candlestick pattern roughly 60% of the time according to Bukowski's studies. Yes, you are totally correct. It is a hammer. However, this hammer wasn't triggered yet. What's more, this hammer only occurred because we saw this incredibly abnormal reaction in the last 30 minutes of the day last Friday, all right? So this reaction over here was an anomaly, and right now we see a chart distortion over here, a brief chart distortion, short term speaking, on the 1 hour chart, and on the daily chart we don't see any confirmation of a bottom signal yet. Of course, I do agree that if we're gonna see a bullish reaction, right now would be the perfect moment for that, but there is nothing confirmed yet. The QQQ is also making a bearish reaction today. Last Friday we saw a bearish candlestick pattern as well. I know we have this huge shadow under the candlestick's body, suggesting a lot of strength over here in this area, right after it did a false breakout of the 21 EMA and the $448 support line, previous top level over here. So this is a very good reaction, but we don't see any meaningful bullish reaction suggesting a bottom signal right here in this area yet, meaning our stocks could correct more. As long as we don't see the confirmation of a bottom signal, stocks could drop more. What's more, when we analyze the Magnificent 7 over here, we see Microsoft collapsing under the 21 EMA, losing its support level. We see other stocks like Google stabilizing above its 21 EMA, but we don't see any meaningful bottom signal yet. We see Amazon also collapsing. We don't see any bottom signal. We only see bearish reactions over here. We see a few stocks trying to react, like Apple, okay, which is actually going up. It did a new high today, but today's pattern looks quite bearish. This pattern over here is called Gravestone Doji so far, which is a signal of weakness. What's more, we see Meta trying to consolidate in this area, but as long as we don't see a crystal clear breakout of its support and resistance levels, meaning as long as we don't see Meta breaking the $482 and losing the previous support level at $460, it will remain inside this congestion, a congestion that is quite similar to Tesla stock over here. We see Tesla inside the 186 resistance level and 167 support level. Right now, the 21 EMA is totally flat, and although it is not necessarily bearish, mid-term speaking, on the daily chart, it is quite weak right now, and we don't see any meaningful bottom signal, any meaningful bullish reaction suggesting that it could recover from here and seek higher levels. No, we don't see such reaction. Only the breakout of the $186 over here, it is going to bring us something new. Conversely, only if it misses the 167 support level, it is going to officially trigger a bearish pivot point, which could be a particularly dangerous bearish reaction for Tesla, because when we look at the weekly chart over here, Tesla is still bearish. It is still below the 21 MA on the weekly chart, and it is still making this pattern of lower highs, lower lows. We don't see higher highs, higher lows yet, right? This is why it is so important for Tesla to break its resistance levels so it can perform a crystal clear bullish pivot point on the weekly chart. Some of you guys already identified this pattern over here. It is an inverted head and shoulders chart pattern. So if Tesla breaks the previous resistance level over here, yes, we could trigger this fantastic bullish reversal chart structure on the weekly chart. However, we gotta see a breakout first. We gotta wait for confirmation. Remember, real trading is reactive, it is not predictive, so we gotta wait for confirmation. As Jess Livermore, one of the greatest traders that ever lived, once said, the main difference between gamblers and traders is that gamblers, they trade without confirmation. Real traders wait for confirmation. Even if they have to sacrifice part of their gains, they are gonna wait for confirmation because we are not gamblers, all right? No one here, I do believe that no one here in this channel is a gambler. We don't think anything, we don't bet on anything, we don't hope anything, we just react properly to what we see right here, right now. And right here, right now, there is no bullish confirmation yet. However, there is no bearish confirmation as well, because Tesla is still above its support level. If Tesla confirms a bearish pivot point on the daily chart, which I just mentioned it to you guys, well, in this case, we're gonna resume the bearish sentiment over here, triggering a bearish pivot point, resuming the bearish sentiment on the weekly chart, suggesting that yes, Tesla is going to seek its next support levels, maybe the 152, maybe to close this gap over here at 147, which is a quite realistic target to work with. And this is how we're gonna proceed from here, all right? As long as we don't see a crystal clear breakout, great, Tesla will remain inside this area. But honestly, in my humble opinion, I do believe that a breakout is going to occur soon, because when we look at this, Tesla, all right? When we look at this, we see that the volatility is not necessarily low. Of course, it is low, but it could be lower. But we see the Bollinger Bands quite close to each other. Usually when we see this movement over here, the next breakout is quite intense. So regardless if Tesla is gonna go up or down, I do believe that it is possible to take advantage of this movement. Right now, the situation is quite complicated. It is a very hard scenario to analyze on the indices, on many stocks, but eventually the situation will get easier again. Now, we see Nvidia exploding today, almost 4%. It is an incredible movement. We are trying to reject the previous bearish thesis over here, because Nvidia made a bearish top signal, all right? It made a bearish reaction last week, and by rejecting last Friday's high, Nvidia is denying a sharper correction on the daily chart. So this suggests that even if Nvidia corrects, a sideways correction would be more plausible in this scenario, because we are losing momentum, but we are not engaging in a bearish sentiment yet. So if you ask me, as long as we stay above the 1064 area, well, we are not gonna turn really bearish. We may trigger a sideways correction, but we are not gonna turn really officially bearish yet. So let's pay attention to the key points mentioned in this video, and let's react properly to what we see. And remember, if you need help with your trading, if you want to boost your performance, join the 5% project on Telegram, where I'm gonna share trading signals and strategies every single day on many stocks, including SPY, QQQ, Tesla, Nvidia, etc. So just join the 5% project. You will get 7 days for free, so you have absolutely nothing to lose. Join our community over there. Thank you very much for your audience, my dear friends. See you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Bye bye.